Hey everyone, welcome back to MNMM NAATI YouTube channel. This is Manmohit. So we have just recently started a new series for PTE which is about how to practice those certain important topics. Our very first video was about write from dictation. What's the best way to practice so that you can master that topic? So we would be continuing with this series. Today I'm going to cover about another important topic of the PTE exam, which is read aloud, as in what's the best way to practice, which websites you can use, what's the best roadmap that you can use so that you can ensure that you're getting a full score in the real exam. So first of all, let's talk about the practice material, as in which are the best websites that you can use from out there in order to make sure that if you end up getting the repeated questions or not. Now, my recommendation in terms of website would be honestly pick any website. There's plenty of websites out there. There's plenty of YouTube videos out there. There's APUni, there's Alpha PT, there's so many. I wouldn't just recommend any of them because pretty much all the websites have got the updated kind of material on their website, so it doesn't really matter which one you use. The one that I recommend to all my students is TED Talks or Science Daily. Now, the reason I recommend these kind of difficult science related websites is because whenever you practice, you always want to make sure that you practice a level higher than you or a level higher than what you expect in the real exam, rather than just practicing those exam questions and then going and giving your exam. Because think about it, if you end up getting any difficult kind of questions in the exam which you have never done before, chances are you may struggle in the real exam. Also, you may get nervous. The reason I recommend Science Daily or these kind of scientific websites is because whenever you practice those difficult scientific paragraphs, you're practicing a level or two levels higher than what you can expect in the real exam. So think about it, when you practice 1 or 2 levels higher than what you can expect, and when you do the actual exam questions, you would not struggle in them. You would never get nervous because you have made sure that you're organized and prepared with a level higher above you. Now, for example, that's a paragraph right in front of you, and that's an exam question as well. Very important question. Now, the first thing whenever I want to practice this topic is the moment I get a paragraph in front of me. I've seen people, what they do is they never time themselves, and then they will just speak out the paragraph once or twice and they feel that they're practicing read aloud. But honestly, that's a wrong way of practicing. What I would normally do if I'm practicing for my real exam is, even if there is no timer on the screen, I'll take my phone or I'll take my iPad, tablet, anything else, or even a stopwatch, and I'll turn on the timer for 40 seconds. That's about it, no more than that. Turn on the timer for 40 seconds. That means you only got 40 seconds in order to prepare for a paragraph. Now, when I say the word prepare, it just doesn't mean that you just skim and scan whatever it's written or you speak it out once. The way you need to prepare is actually important, because in 40 seconds, we need to utilize every single second that is given to us. So what I want you to do in those 40 seconds is, first of all, speak out this complete paragraph out loudly. Now, when I say the word loudly, it has a deep meaning. I've seen many of my students, what they do is, whenever it's a time to prepare, they'll just speak out the paragraph in their mouth. They'll whisper, or maybe even worse, they'll just read it in their brain. Never do that, because you might feel that you can pronounce this word, evolutionary. You might feel in your mind that you can pronounce it, but when you actually try to pronounce it for the very first time, not talking about this word, any difficult word, you may struggle in that. So during those 40 seconds of preparation time, what I want you to do is, in those preparation time seconds, just speak it out loudly, even if it consumes a lot of energy. Like this: domestication is an evolutionary rather than a political development. It is certainly not a regime humans imposed on animals some 10,000 years ago. Speak it out loudly, because when you speak it out loudly, that's when you get to know which words you can pronounce easily, which words you cannot. Second thing that you need to do is, once you speak out the complete paragraph and you feel that there are a couple of words where you fumbled or where you struggled to pronounce them correctly, whatever remaining seconds are there in your preparation time, let's say you're still having 15 seconds with you. In those 15 seconds, just focus on those words which you felt you fumbled upon. For example, in my case, let's say I fumbled on the word evolutionary, and let's say there's another word. Let's just pick out maybe prosper, for example. Whichever words I feel that I struggled to speak out loudly, I'll keep on repeating those words until those remaining 15 seconds are over. Again, I've seen people, what they do is they'll prepare for 30-35 seconds, be quiet and silent for remaining last 5 seconds, and when the timer starts, they start speaking. Never do that. Like I said at the beginning of the video, utilize every single second. Keep on speaking evolutionary, 5, 10, 15, 20 times until the timer runs out. And once it does, whenever you start speaking, that's when you will realize that you're not fumbling anymore on those words, because you have already practiced them enough. Obviously, the next thing that I would like to share here is reading more books. Now, if you like reading, it would be easy for you. If you do not like reading, or if you haven't read ever in your life, or it's been a long time you haven't read, this might be something which is a bit difficult to get into. So if you like reading, go for it. Start reading as many English books as possible, because if you like reading, first thing first, you will love it, and secondly, you're enhancing your vocabulary. Third thing is, when you're reading so many English books, you obviously have a better command over the language. If you feel that you do not like reading and you want a bit more entertaining and fun approach, this is one thing that you can do. Watch an English movie, turn on the subtitles, start speaking out the subtitles alongside that actor or actress. First of all, obviously you would enjoy doing that because you are enacting the actor or actress who is on the screen. And secondly, you're speaking those difficult, kind of complex, altogether English words, and that will again enhance your vocabulary, and also it will help you to speak out certain words which you never have seen in your life before, and also pronouncing them for the first time. You can also adapt a more professional approach by going to TED Talks, or just by going to YouTube and searching for TED Talks or TEDx Talks. Watch those videos again, turn on the subtitles, start speaking out those subtitles alongside the speaker who is speaking. Again, you will realize that how difficult or how complex kind of words and sentences are they utilizing and using. And when you start speaking out the same expressions, idioms, phrases, clauses alongside them, you will also start developing the same kind of command over the language, and also it will help you to pronounce certain words which you have never pronounced in your life, and you never know if you end up getting the same words in the real exam as well. So that's all from my side for this video. Like I said, material doesn't matter. Even prefer do not using the exam material. It's not really worth it according to me for Read Aloud, because if you end up getting some paragraphs which you have never done before, you don't want to rely upon repeated material, especially for this kind of topic anyway. For other topics, there are a few topics where repeated material matters. In Read Aloud, even if you get a different paragraph, if the command of your language, if you have practiced enough of difficult words, doesn't matter which paragraph you get, you will never struggle in that. Also, if you want to get any sort of feedback for your speaking, if you want to get it analyzed in front of me or Mohit, and you want to see that if you're doing it okay or not, maybe getting a feedback, a study plan or anything, or if you have any sort of questions, you can definitely book a 30 minutes or 1 hour consultations with us live, online, no one else, one-on-one. You can message us on Instagram or Facebook. The links are in the description box below, and we can book a slot for you. Also, if you want to purchase the prediction file for either NAATI Hindi, Punjabi or Gujarati, we have got all the prediction files ready, even for 2022 now. So do message us again on Instagram or Facebook, and we can take the conversation ahead. If you have any sort of questions in regards to this video or any other topic, do leave your questions in the comment section below, and me and Mohit will try to answer all of you guys as quickly as possible. With that, I'm done with this video. Take care, stay safe wherever you are, and I'll see you guys in the next video.